My parents destroyed my career in front of my entire office. What I did next made them lose everything. I'm Arjun, 28, and I've always been the one who had it together. Graduated top of my class. Landed a killer marketing job. Haven't asked my parents for a single rupee since I turned 80. My youngest sister Kavya, she's 25, and treats life like one endless Instagram reel. Dropped out of college, burned through 3 apartments. Works 2 days a week at some crystal healing shop while my parents shell out $2,200 a month for her fancy downtown loft. Used to shell out, I should say. 1 month ago, my dad calls. That tone in his voice. I hate. Ask in this voice. Him and Mom are tight on cash. Need me to cover Kavya's rent. Just temporarily. Few months max. I said no. Not mean, just honest. Dad. I work hard for my money. If Kavya wants luxury living, maybe she should get a real job. Silence. Then, you're turning your back on your family. I thought that was it. Over and done. I was so wrong. 2 weeks later, I'm in the middle of a client pitch. Biggest presentation of my career. My entire team watching. My parents stormed into the office. No appointment, no warning. Just red-faced rage tearing through our workspace. You ungrateful brat. My mom screaming. How dare you abandon your sister? We raised you to protect this family, not destroy it. My dad's bellowing at full volume. My boss. My team. Half the damn office frozen in shock. They're accusing me of destroying some family legacy we don't even have. Selling out for corporate money, and then my mom demands I hand over my entire paycheck. Right there. Like it's not even mine, he look harrowed. Shocked faces everywhere. My boss glaring. My parents completely unhinged. Something inside me just breaks. I don't yell. I don't argue. Primera, esta, and up. Take off my badge. Look my boss dead in the eye. I need to step away. And I walk out. Middle of my shift. Just gone. That's the day I went. Ghosts. New apartment. New city. New job. Thanks to an old professor who heard what happened and vouched for me. The silence. Beautiful. But then the messages started flooding in. Alternate numbers. Emails, social media, DMAs. Friends telling me my parents are panicking because what they didn't know, what they never expected, is that I'd finally had enough. And I'd already done something they'd never forgive. My mom texted this morning. You went too far this time. You wanted a war? You got one. Let me tell you what sent him into full meltdown mode. See, my parents run this little antique store back home. Heritage Antiques. Their precious legacy. The truce. It's been running at a loss for years. The only reason they stayed afloat? Me. I'd been quietly sending automatic transfers every month since I was 24. Thousands of dollars. They never asked. Who's expected those payments? I stopped them the day I walked out, but that wasn't all. I called their CPA, the one I recommended and paid for, and told him I was done. Officially removed my name from the joint business account I'd co-signed years ago. Here's the best part. I set up all their digital infrastructure, point-of-sale systems, payment processors, their entire online store, and I owned the domain because they didn't understand how to register it. So, yeah, I shut the website down. Replaced it with a holding page that says, Closed for restructuring. Please direct all inquiries to Kavya Singh, Financial Director. Petty, absolutely. Poetic, even more so. Oh! And I redirected their business phone to Kavya's cell. Now she gets to explain to confused customers and angry vendors why orders are missing, invoices are unpaid, and the website just vanished. Within a week, the emails started pouring in. Uncle, Accountant, cousins, family, friends. What's going on? Your parents say you sabotaged them. Kavia's freaking out. Then came the voicemail from my dad's burner number. What have you done? You went too far this time, son. Too far. I kept a failing business alive for years. Paid Kavia's phone bill for 3 years without her knowing. Covered her apartment deposit when she trashed the last place. I never complained, but the second I said no, I became the enemy. Maybe I am the villain in their story, but in mine, I'm finally free after cutting every financial tie. I thought I'd finally have peace. Wrong again. Enter the flying monkeys. The cousins, uncles, distant aunts, and that one church friend of my mom, S, who thinks I am just going through a rebellious phase. My inbox exploded. Family is everything. Don't let money come between you. Kavia's not built like you. Your mom hasn't eaten in days. And my personal favorite. Your dad says you'll regret this. When he's gone, right? The man who screamed at me in my office is suddenly a fragile victim. Got it. At first I ignored them. Then I started replying with one sentence. Did they tell you what they did? 9 times out of 10? No response. But then came the email that changed everything. From a woman I barely knew. My dad's half-sister from a previous marriage. Met her maybe twice. She wrote, I'm proud of what you did. Your dad pulled this exact same thing on me when I turned 30. Said I owed it to the family. He's been doing this for decades, guilt-tripping people, making them feel selfish for wanting their own lives. It ruined me for years. You broke the cycle. Suddenly everything clicked. This wasn't about Kavya. She's just a symptom, a spoiled product of the same machine that has been grinding down anyone who didn't play their family first game. The difference, primera, halu, waleta way. But apparently, walking away wasn't their only problem. 2 days ago, I got a letter from a lawyer. My parents are being audited. Remember when I removed my name from the business accounts? The new CPA flagged inconsistencies. The IRS wants to know how they claimed employee payroll for people who never existed. How they got loans co-signed by someone who had U&D been active in the business for over a year. Oops. I haven't spoken to them directly since that day, but based on the 17 missed calls, that you've destroyed as voicemails, and the unhinged text from Kavya that read, You think you're better than us? We were a family. You ruined it. I'm guessing they've finally realized what they lost, and now they're scrambling. Not just financially, reputationally. Because when your entire identity is built on being a respectable, legacy-loving family, and suddenly the golden child cuts all ties and disappears. People nuts. And they ask questions. And I'm not covering for them anymore. 6 weeks of official no contact. No calls. No accidental texts from mom. No guilt-laced voicemails from Kavya. Ending with whatever. I don't even care anyway. Complete silence. Well, almost. They've stopped reaching me. Started reaching everyone else instead. Friends. Old coworkers. Even an ex from 2 years ago who messaged, Hey, your sister DM'd me asking if you'd be open to a peace dinner. Seriously. But here's the thing. I didn't just walk away from them. I walked into something better. New job. Remote. Double the pay. Boss who actually respects boundaries. My life is quiet. Stable. Peaceful. No surprise expenses. No, we need you to co-sign. No rage texts about Kavya's late rent. And as I settled into my new routine, I started hearing about the real consequences. The antique store. Shuttered. Not temporarily, legitimately gone. Landlord locked the doors after months of unpaid rent. Their Square account got permanently banned after a fraud investigation. Duplicate charges, unfulfilled orders. That audit, not just a threat. The IRS froze their joint account. And guess whose name they were still trying to use on tax filings? Mine. Luckily, I got ahead of it. Sent notarized statements proving I'd removed myself from all business ties. Their CPA backed me up. Now they're facing legal scrutiny with no golden child left to blame. Then last week, the final unraveling, a GoFund. I'm not joking. Kavya posted one titled, "Help Save Our Family Business and Legacy," complete with a dramatic backstory about how malicious family members sabotaged their store out of jealousy. I got sent the link 4 times, all with captions like, "Dude, is this about you? Wow." They raised $85. 2 donations. One from a church friend. One from Kavya. Under a fake name. They're not panicking because I hurt them. They're panicking because for the first time ever, they have to stand on their own. And they can't. Because without the one person they treated like an ATM, a handyman, a therapist, a punching bag, they've got nothing left but each other. And that legacy they claim I destroyed. That was always a house of cards. I just stopped holding it up. Last message I ever read from my dad. "You were supposed to take over. We built this for you." No. You built it for yourselves and expected me to pay the bill. I'm not a disgrace. I'm not a traitor. I'm free.